And the police took photos and she had bruising and swelling to the eye, along with busted vessels in her eye. You still hit her while she was pregnant and she was close to her due date. That makes no sense to me. If your daughter became of age and she ends up with somebody like you who hits on her, I'm looking at this plea bargain agreement.
Request, Judge.
I'm not going to follow that.
Even though that's her request.
No, no, even though it's a request, I'm not following that. So if you all want to withdraw your plea now, you can. 3546, State of Texas versus Larry Casillas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Thanks to the State of Texas.
Defense?
Elizabeth Russell for Larry Casillas.
Are you Larry Casillas? Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your attorney?
I have reviewed.
With your client.
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery, showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? That appears to be a yes.
That's it. We're proceeding on count one.
All right, there's only one count in the indictment.
Yes.
All right. Showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with assault of a pregnant person? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm looking at this plea bargain agreement. And there's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Stephanie Ortiz.
That's by her request, Judge.
I'm not going to follow that.
Even though that's her request.
No, no, even though it's a request, according to what I'm about to receive, he is a person who is hitting on, not in a loving manner, a pregnant person. Was she pregnant at the time?
Yes, Your
So if,
She's requesting, and I'm sorry, Judge, may I speak?
Sure.
She's requesting it for her convenience. They've been doing custody exchanges for the last almost a year through a third-party person, and it's her request. She reached out to me, filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution and requested that. So
I'm not following that. So if you all want to withdraw your plea now, you can, but I am not doing a no harmful or injurious contact for somebody who's accused, and I haven't read the steps yet, who's accused of hitting a pregnant person.
That's fine, Judge. They're no longer in a relationship. The only relationship is for the benefit of their children. He has no interest in communicating with her beyond that.
All right. So I'm not going to follow that. So y'all have a choice. Either you can go to jury trial or either you all can change that part of your plea bargain agreement.
We're proceeding with the no contact, Judge.
All right. If you all want to change that. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we would just request that you follow the agreement between the state and defense. Mr. Casillas is wanting to move forward in a direction that's appropriate for his children. He understands what went wrong and he wants to take full responsibility for that. And he has had no issues since the arrest on this date, and they have been successfully co-parenting since that time. There was a CPS case, Judge, that was closed out for no finding.
All right. How old are you?
21, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
2, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
1 year and 6 months.
1 year and what?
1 year and 6 months.
Are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
I work at Amazon at facility warehouse.
All right. So why do you keep hitting on Stephanie Ortiz? At one point, I'm assuming you loved her because you have children with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why do you keep hitting on her?
No, it was just me not being in the right state of mind, me letting my feelings get to myself and not just thinking right and thinking straight.
That makes no sense to me.
No, Your Honor, it was just my fault. I just let my feelings get to myself, let her get my head and
Let what?
let her get my head and I just reacted in the wrong.
But your attorney is telling me that she's filed a affidavit of non-prosecution. But according to this,
No, Your Honor, well, that day wasn't the day we were supposed to get induced. But I believe the hitting was before that. So it was just the marks that had came about.
but you still hit her while she was pregnant and she was close to her due date. Not that it's appropriate to hit anyone anyway.
No, it's not, Your Honor.
But obviously she was pregnant. And what she's saying in this documentation, I want you to tell you the reason why I'm saying no contact,
Yes, Your Honor.
because what she's saying in this police report is this is not the first time that you've been abusive to her. And the police took photos and she had bruising and swelling to the eye, along with busted vessels in her eye. That's what you did. So the two children you have, is this a boy and a girl, or two boys or two girls?
Girl and
All right. So what's your daughter's name? Sarabella.
she's a year and 7 months.
All right. So she's a year and 7 months. I guarantee you she knows that you've been abusive to her mom. Do you love your daughter?
I love her with all my heart.
With all your heart? Would you do anything for her?
I would, Your Honor.
I used to do CPS cases and parents would tell me I will walk through fire for my children.
Yes, Your Honor.
They would say that because they knew nobody had a fire for them to walk through.
Mhm.
But I believe you when you say you love your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how would you feel if your daughter became of age and she ends up with somebody like you who hits on her? Would you be okay with that?
I'll be very upset, Your Honor.
And so your daughter is learning what it means to show love is to hit on people, and might makes right.
Your Honor, that's
You're going to have to change your ways.
yes,
You are not to have any contact with Stephanie Ortiz and anybody else you get into a relationship yet. Don't let them meet your publicist. Let them meet you and tell them, hey, want to let you know I had this abusive acts in my background,
Yes, Your
because then they can make an informed decision about whether or not they want to date you. You understand?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with Stephanie Ortiz. There's to be the BIPP course, parenting classes. That can be with rainbows. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived once he completes parenting classes. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive, Your Honor.
And what are you going to be positive for?
I mean, no, negative, Your Honor.
Negative? Okay. So you haven't used anything.
No,
I think Amazon drug tests, do
yes,
they
yes,
not?
I'm done drugs, yes, Your Honor.
All right, there's to be regular UAs. I'm going to want field visits one time every 3 months. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Family violence. You're also not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Good luck to you. Do you understand you're being charged with evading arrest of detention second or more as a state jail felony?
Yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is up to a $10,000 fine and anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in a state jail facility. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
State any evidence?
State off State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection, Judge.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review this document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right, waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. In the interest of justice, there's nothing prohibiting that from occurring this morning.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we had one previous setting before coming in and before taking the plea today. I don't want the court to think that that was because of Mr. Thomas not accepting responsibility. It's just logistics prevented us from being able to take the plea at that time. Mr. Thomas is here accepting responsibility and wishing to begin the process of putting this behind him.
All right, Mr. Thomas, why do you keep running?
This was actually my first time ever being actually charged with it. The first time was in Fort Worth, and that was dropped to a PI, a public and talks.
No. This is,
Yes, it was in Fort Worth. I remember it very correctly. I spent 30 days in the county jail up there.
no, what I'm telling you is what I have before me. I have a
Yeah, and
document
I don't know why it's the second one for.
that says evading arrest detention.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's when I believe it was assessed as a misdemeanor. Do you not remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that's why you're here, because this is your second evading.
I never ran before, and I don't know why it's saying that for.
No, it says,
Yeah, and it states February. It states December in
No.
Fort Worth.
out of Tarrant County, Texas, it
Yes,
says,
that's Fort Worth.
I'm telling you what it says. The judgment says evading arrest detention. That's what the judgment says. Is the judgment incorrect? Anyone? State or defense, do you think the judgment is incorrect? Because I just go by what the judgment says.
Yes, ma'am.
And what the judgment says, it's an evading.
As presented, Your Honor, it is.
All right. So, Mr. Thomas, you're going to have to stop running because you're going to keep picking up charges. And you picked the wrong street to run on in San Antonio. Fredericksburg is one of the longest streets in San Antonio. I learned that by taking the bus. If you're ever lost in San Antonio, you find Fredericksburg Road, at some point you're going to run into the cross streets. So, is there any mental health issues or no?
Not that we've discussed, Your Honor.
All right. Have you ever been diagnosed with anything?
PTSD. I'm a U.S. veteran.
All right. So do you know what's going on here today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything in his past other than the evading?
Let me take a look. There was a possession of marijuana in 2018 in Hood County. There was also an arson out of Bear County and recently in 2022.
All right. And what happened with the arson case?
He was sentenced to 4 months.
Okay. All right. I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. I don't know what else is going on with him. There appears that there may be something else going on with him. So I request the therapeutic community, if you don't sign up for it, they're not going to give it to you. But if you do sign up for it, it doesn't increase the length of time that you're at the facility. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
A 21-year-old father appeared in court after pleading guilty to assaulting the mother of his children while she was pregnant. Larry Casillas faced a third-degree felony charge for assault on a pregnant person, an offense punishable by 2 to 10 years in prison. At the hearing, the defense asked the court to approve a plea agreement that would allow Casillas limited contact with the victim solely for child custody exchanges. After reviewing the case details, Judge Boyd rejected that request, emphasizing that the safety of the victim and the children must come before any convenience for the defendant. The court reviewed evidence showing the victim suffered visible injuries, including bruising, swelling around one eye, and burst blood vessels. Judge Boyd also noted that the police report indicated the assault may not have been an isolated incident, raising serious concerns about a pattern of domestic violence. During sentencing, Judge Boyd directly questioned Casillas about his behavior and the example he was setting for his children. The judge challenged him to consider how he would feel if his own daughter were someday treated the same way, stressing that children who witness domestic violence often carry those emotional scars for years. Instead of imposing an immediate prison sentence, the court placed Casillas on 6 years of deferred adjudication community supervision. The probation came with strict requirements, including no contact with the victim, completion of a Batterer intervention and prevention program, parenting classes, 200 hours of community service, regular drug testing, field visits by probation officers, maintaining employment, and an affirmative finding of family violence. Judge Boyd concluded the hearing with a firm message that accountability is essential for rehabilitation and that protecting victims will always remain the court's highest priority.